Y'all, today is day 2 of my out of town vacation. And as you can see, I am home. I am back home because while I may have paid for that hotel room, I was so unhappy with how filthy and disgusting it was. And it was not a cheap hotel, right? My nail polish popped off. When I say this was a trip from hell, y'all, look at me. This is from bleaching things down. It just ate the nails up. You understand? Bleaching and scrubbing, and it just won't happen. It won't happen again. Anywho, so I will be giving them a call, writing a nice, thick, healthy letter with a lot of words that I will have to Google myself in order to use. Okay. But when you have to struggle and fight to stay on vacation and you just feel disgusting, now we cleaned it. We walked in, and only thing that was really wrong was the bathroom. Where if I'm paying for luxury, right? Because it came off as a luxury hotel. It's supposed to be a nice luxury hotel. And I'm going to refrain from saying the name of it because I'm going to try to resolve this issue. If you're putting yourself out there like you're a luxury hotel, I need to be able to stand in your bathroom or sit in the bathroom without my knees touching walls. Why is it this big? Why you cut corners there? Anywho, um, a lot of people say they don't have time to waste money. I don't have money to waste time. I would rather spend the money, lose the money, forfeit the money, and save my time, come home, and spend the rest of my vacation at home in the comfort of my beautiful home than to be somewhere where I'm not comfortable. And I realized once I made that decision today that I have started choosing me. Now, I left it up to the family to make a decision. I had a conversation with the family. I said, so y'all, I know I just got out my second shower today. I feel more dirty than I did going in because the shower is just not clean looking. Like, we cleaned it. It's only so much you could do. Then I was just thinking about what it could be. You know how it'd be like stuff in the corners, like they're not taking the bleach and spraying in the corners and letting it sit and then cleaning it out. They're not doing that, right? They're cutting corners, right? Um, it was no comforter for the pull-out bed. It was just a lot. And I was just like, my spirit won't allow me to get comfortable here. And it's up to y'all what you want to do. So my husband was in the bed, y'all. He was already in the bed. And this shirt is so accurate. I'm done peopling. He was in the bed already. And he looked at me as if he wanted to say, if you don't go to bed right now, like I am, we're going to have a problem. So I just looked at him and said, if you want to stay, we could stay. And he was like, well, babe, what do you want to do? I said, I want to leave. So at that point, my son woke up like, what are you guys talking about? I said, I'm talking about leaving. I don't feel comfortable here. I just can't rest. I'm just not comfortable. Now, we've been to several hotels, never had a problem. Clean. I could stay for weeks, right? It could be my second vacation spot, right? But this one, I didn't feel good there. And I went up to the front desk and I even tried to get other accommodations. All the rooms were similar. It's spring break, so it wasn't a lot of options. The family didn't want to move rooms. It was just like, okay, I don't know what else to do. I never yelled at the young man at the front desk. I never had an attitude with him. It's not his fault. He doesn't clean the hotel. All he does is check people in and try to accommodate people the best that he could. So please be kind to people in the helping positions because y'all really be wilding. And they have no power to change any of the things that you're stressed about, right? They just don't. So anyway, I explained to him, you know, I tried everything. He gave us clean sheets. You know, I changed the sheets on the bed. I thought that would help. I brought my own cleaning stuff. I deep cleaned. I thought that would help. It did not. And so today, when we got back to the hotel room, I was just like, I can't. And so my husband was like, okay, well, if you want to go, let's go. He said, because if one is not comfortable, all is not comfortable. Get you somebody that's going to ride for you, that's on the same team as you, right? He said, if you're not comfortable, we're not comfortable. And I was thinking, if I'm not comfortable, I'm going to make sure you're not comfortable. But I'm glad he was already on board. I didn't have to bring him there. So look at God working in my behalf behind the scenes, right? So I said that to say this. We packed right on up. My little dog was even happy to get ready to go up out of there because she just stayed on her bed. Like the floor just didn't seem clean. Like it was carpet. Maybe it was the color. I don't know. It was just disgusting to me. Um, but I'm home and I'm happy. And I might lose the money because I may not get any type of recompense. And my peace is worth more than any money that I could ever spend. And if it costs me to sacrifice a vacation to have peace, because the point of vacation for me is to spend time, quality time with my family. Let's do that here at home. We can go somewhere tomorrow. Staycation, right? We could just do a staycation. I don't got nothing to do. I ain't got nowhere to be. All right. So I'm very happy that we came and there was no conflict with my husband. My son was okay with it. And I just felt very supported. And the old me would have just suffered through it. And I would have been miserable. And I, in turn, would have unintentionally made everyone else miserable because I would have been fronting like I was having a good time, but I really wouldn't have been having a good time. And when you're with people that's trying to make something what it's not, you're not being authentic. And somebody who's in tune with you and in tune with themselves would know it. And so my son would have been asking me, Mom, are you okay? Mom, are you okay? My husband would have been like, Babe, what's wrong? You good? What's wrong? Right? And it would have just thrown everybody else's vacation off. So I'm glad we were on the same page. I would have done the same thing for either one of them. And I'm happy to say it. So the moral of this story, never sacrifice your peace for anything. It's not worth it. I'll take a piece of mind and a piece of dime anytime. Bars. I am going to trademark that. So by the time you see this, it's already done. Okay? Because I am apparently a wordsmith tonight. I'm just happy to be home. I will continue with Who the F Did I Raise this weekend. But I needed to take a break, y'all, because talking about Mikey, especially after receiving a phone call that he's leaving the program that he's in, and he is in Alabama. And our last conversation was not a good one. He was not in a good space. And I'm very concerned for him, to be perfectly honest. I'm concerned for him and us. But if he leaves this place and he doesn't have someone to help him stay on his meds and help him to stay regulated, going to the doctor and a therapist and psychiatrist, if he doesn't have that support system, I don't know what he's going to do. So I'll keep you posted on what's going on with everything. But I appreciate all of your support in watching Who the F Did I Raise, that whole situation series. And I support you all for buying my book, the Audible version, and also the paperback version. No, it's a workbook too, Picking Up the Pieces to 100 Broken Promises. I have the workbook and the regular book because when I wrote the book, it caused trauma for me. So I was like, let me do a workbook to help other people work through the trauma that I had to work through writing this, because it's triggering. It's a lot of things in it that could trigger you. Anyway, be safe, y'all.